Well, the real father just make the whole thing fun out. Like you man just burn up the beat just now.
Oh yeah man. Oh, it's song,
Yeah,
yeah.
Father see me clutch am. Burn everything and then
When you're discouraged,
Yo, so this of artists today, dude. Look at the cover. Look at these bro big and lower down the stuff here up there. Yeah, bro. So I haven't even been on this YouTube. No, me have to dip on it. You know? Oh, that's shit. Alright, what else do I need? Yeah. Artificial Water Daily. Breakdown. Skills. Mid-range. Look like they're trying to go down to the 28, 513 or hold. Daily FVG. In front of me, Bob, I just noticed that. A dog just put in there, and just pull up on me, take a gal in front of me,
like
you can't put it in there, you know, but he had man there, but it was just
let him go.
put it in there,
Like him just put it on the street and then leg out car, copy just jump in.
can't say a word. That's tough.
Reminds me of the street, the name of the street.
I'm catching that party organized about
What else? What else? Remember
Stop
before,
me first. Stop pull it first, then you just pull it off.
Sugar first.
yeah, she called me first, then she called her back. Below station just drop the
Mix it
rhythm
in,
again.
yeah. Oh, now mixing no J. Cole. Alright, then tell me. I want 6 side.
Oh, okay. That's such touch of man. I see no way.
Yeah. Get into the paper. I'm the buddy. After I said Mr. ChatGPT, me here one more thing.
Like, you never dare listen. So when Kingston badness come down, I know not brown quick. Guess when the man them roll out and them forward for you, them mean say, and you, them a come back. Why? Oh, you want it as a vowel?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Follow the rules.
Alright.
You say I said in the ninja power. They broke some rules. All of a sudden, but just fly down with the
Bye.
back. Now, watch out, man. Take Kingston badness.
My damn. At least it is.
Alright.
No bomba.
Well, they hear the dog.
One champion.
Sorry, dog, dude. Sorry, dog, dude. Dog, I didn't know that. That's that one.
One time ago, one time ago. Boy, I already spotted it, boy.
One champion, run up and plane. One champion. And if you fuck up, say they can't trust us. Well,
That's a very good one. That is perfect for us, man.
shut up, bro. Shut up, bro.
Spencer, you get to set one time?
Say what?
Yeah, you get to set your dwelling or something.
No, something about it. And if you have a you are idiot. I have no children. I have no picnic. Alright. Let's give this to GPT and see what she's saying. What has to happen before I'm allowed to trade today? So far, looking around for what has to happen, I would say we need to come back down to my EMA, my tick chart for sure. I want to see a reaction off the new week opening gap. I have, okay, let's go over this 15-minute as well real quick. I got quarters broken down. Let's see if they're right. So far, I would say from open last night to midnight, that's a range. We're just going sideways. Let's say that's a range. Then here we got some manipulation because we come down, take out this low out of this first range. Now we got some distribution. We coming back up. This is the part I'm trying to see if this is X or A. I would say X because we're kind of going down, then we turn back. We don't come back down here. Could be a range. A, M. So this one I'm kind of waiting to see if it's X, A, M, D for sure, or is it A, M, D? Trying to wait to see kind of how this quarter plays out. Oh yeah. All right. And okay, S&P doing the same. Always like to check that out. Let me switch this back over for you guys. Huh, there we go. All right, see, we're right here at the new week opening gap on the 1 minute. About to start market open. This is my previous 10 a.m. bar from yesterday. A little choppy here, so I want to see if maybe we retest here, drop, or what are we doing? Let's see. I'm gonna upload everything. All right, so pictures. Wanted daily first, then this daily 4-hour. Didn't take a picture at all. I thought I took all the pictures. What is this? Daily, 1 hour, 4-hour. I'll miss it. Okay. All right. So I got the daily, got the 4-hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, 1 minute, 2K tick check. Perfect. And order is daily 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 22 basic charge, and you got all the news. Okay, above are all the pictures you wanted. So today on the charts, the daily still in range. I see a gas station down at 28513. Or we head back up to the daily fair value gap at 28831. 4 hour, I see a gas station at 28523. Or we go back up, invert 29318, and then we can maybe think about going up. Or I also see another level on the 4 hour or gas station at 28558. 1 hour, we're inside a bearish fair value gap. High of it is 29280. Low of it is 29033. Can we retest 29280 and reject down? 15 minute, we're pulling back into that bullish fair value gap from yesterday. Right, the high of that is 29529. Low is 29235. 1 minute, we're below the new week opening gap. Let's see what we do there once we get the sugar. If we're going to reject off there, draw back into the sugar, bounce off there, going, towards there from the sugar. 2K tick chart, we're above the EMA. Saw 1 or 2 decent interactions with the EMA today. Not like we saw yesterday, so a little optimistic for today. News, we have news at the open of the market. We have news during the first window, middle of the first window, and we have Fed GDP at 10:30. E levels, I got 29281, 29284-ish area as well. 29466, 29302, and that's the 10 a.m. bar low. For the prior day low, we still got 29210, prior day high 29973, Asia high 29558, Asia low 29267, London high 29502, London low 28910, session high 29558, and session lows 28910. What has happened before I'm allowed to trade today? I would say I want to see some type of interaction with the new week opening gap or a nice setup off the EMA towards the new week opening gap if we're not there yet, and the sugar. Otherwise, I'm chilling. I'm gonna keep seeing if I can do that.
Hey, fuck around and find out.
Just because it helps me think about it too.
The more you fuck around,
the
the more you gonna find out.
I like today's preparation. One thing that stands out is that you're building a scenario-based plan instead of a prediction. That's a healthier approach because it gives you conditions to wait for rather than a direction to defend. Mission 0008 pre-market plan, higher time frame bias, daily, still trading inside the larger range. Main downside objective, 28,513 gas station. If buyers regain control, watch for a move back toward the daily FVG around 28,031. Bias, slightly bearish until buyers reclaim key higher time frame areas. 4-hour price remains below the 4H EMA. Key areas, 28,523 to 28,558 gas stations, 29,318 4H bearish FVG inversion. If buyers reclaim 29,318 convincingly, the odds improve for a larger retracement. 1-hour price is trading inside a bearish FVG. Bearish FVG, high 29,280, low 29,033. This is probably today's most important HTF decision area. 15-minute price is pulling back into yesterday's bullish FVG. Bullish FVG, high 29,529, low 29,235. If buyers defend this area and your lower time frame model confirms, It could produce a quality long. If price rejects it cleanly, it supports continuation lower. 1 minute current observations below NWOG. Waiting for interaction with NWOG, sugar level, EMA, no edge yet. Ash 2000 tick, I actually like what I'm seeing more than yesterday. EMA is beginning to support price. Trend channel is climbing. Higher lows are forming. Buyers have a little more structure. That doesn't mean buy, but it tells us momentum has improved compared with yesterday's persistent selling. Important levels, resistance. 29,000 to ATT, 29,318, 29,391, 29,466. Asia high, 29,558. Support, 29,302. NWO, 29,281. Prior day low, 29,210. London low, session low, 28,910. News, be cautious around. Market open, 9:30 E energy inventory releases, 10:30 ET Atlanta Fed GDP now, 1 FOMC minutes, outside your normal session but worth noting. What has to happen before you're allowed to trade? I like your answer, and I'd tighten it just a bit. Price must interact with a meaningful level, NWG, sugar, or HTF FVG. The 2000 tick chart must confirm with an EMA-supported move or clear rejection, a clean 2LPB inversion aligned with the higher timeframe bias. No chasing candles in the middle of the range. If those 4 boxes aren't checked, no trade. My read, going into NY Open. The market sold off aggressively yesterday and is now attempting to recover before the open. That puts us in a decision zone rather than a trending environment. There are 2 main scenarios I'll be watching. Bullish. Buyers reclaim the NWOG and continue accepting above it, then attack the 1H bearish FVG. A strong reclaim of that area would make me more open to longs. Bearish. Price fails at the NWOG, sugar level, or the 1H FVG and rolls back over. That would keep the broader bearish structure intact and favor continuation lower. The biggest trap this morning is getting caught trading the middle of the range before the market chooses a direction. Patience is the edge today. If your setup appears, take it confidently. If it doesn't, another no trade day is still a successful day because you're following your process rather than forcing action. Let's see what New York gives us.
Solid. Good job, man. All right. I like that. That's my song for real right now. I don't know why. All right, we passed the new week opening graph again.
One campaign, pop champagne. Fuck with the food, you ready for bomb brain. Press the trigger, tell me I'm spraying. One campaign, run a campaign. One campaign, pop champagne. Fuck with the food, you ready for bomb brain.
Oh no.
Press the trigger, tell me I'm spraying.
When they charge at that, they be boy. Alright, we got the sugar. It is right of the new week opening up, huh? I'm giving up,
Here.
and I'm still waiting my all angry. And if you fuck up any contract, let's hand over. Only fuck you are with your love fee. Run a pumpkin, one campaign. Let's listen to some good old Randy before you get it going. I haven't heard Randy in a long time. Sure, he's still going. 5 days ago.
Wait, you don't write
No,
anything
no.
down after conversation? This is pocket. One of the toughest skills that a trader has to really truly build from the floor up is patience. You know, we grew up in a culture, not just the United States, but all over the world, that is really anti-patience. We want to win. We want to make things happen. And for God's sake, you know something, if we're not doing something, we're not doing something. So we have to always be doing. Not only this, but we're also simply uncomfortable with just sitting there, with being quiet. It's one of the reasons that meditation, observation is such a difficult training to be able to do also, is that ultimately what happens, the mind wants to be active. And a lot of people, as they approach being quiet, being patient, what they do is they discover discomfort. They start noticing thoughts arising, and they feel so disturbed they want to get out of it. They want to do anything. They'll start doing things like, oh, I'm sitting here and I've won a couple. I feel pretty good. And now I'm sitting here bored because there's nothing to do. I'm waiting for a setup, and it's just like boring. And suddenly what they do is they'll do some emails, they'll do some other stuff, they'll make some calls, and then they say, you know something, I'm just going to check the internet. You know, I'm going to check my email. And it's, well, you know, there's a couple things I could do while I'm just checking things out. And meanwhile, what I want you to notice is how the trading mind is drifting. It's no longer disciplined, patient, clear-minded. It's not that anymore. Suddenly, it wants to be doing something. And that doing something starts taking it in different directions. And as you're doing that, what you notice is patience starts giving up, and suddenly we start getting boring. And all of a sudden, and we're sitting there, and we understand the other part of this problem is that you've won. And that winning produces a dopamine fix. It feels really good. Yeah, and you want more, right? You know, what do you want to do? I mean, why are you trading? To make money. And you've got to be trading to make money, don't you? The point of patience is to recognize that not trading is just as much a part of trading as the act of trading itself. And in trading, what you learn is that you wait. You wait to see what the markets will give you. It's kind of like this. The perfect trading mind would be that of a cougar, the American cougar. What the cougar does is climbs a tree or scales a rock face, sits above where the white-tailed deer is, but knows the patterns, knows the communication and transportation hubs going through the forest. And he waits till a deer shows up on one of those paths. Then it ambushes. If you were to see a cougar hunting, you would swear that it was being lazy. It's just sitting there, nothing going on. And all of a sudden, you don't see that finally the forest gives it something. It's not out actively looking, say the way an African lion would. It chases. The thing is that the cougar does not chase. It ambushes. It waits for the moment patiently. And you might see that as it's sleeping. It's mindfully waiting for the moment to arrive. It's waiting. It's waiting. It's waiting to see what the forest is going to give it. And then when that deer locks in, it drops 10 to 15 feet. And hopefully what it does is it snaps the neck of the deer and it just drops dead. That's a knockout, okay? If that deer is not killed, it will get up and it will run. That deer runs at 40 miles an hour. The cougar is not going to chase and expend the energy. So what it does is it takes the loss, a small one, climbs back up the tree, and awaits again for the next setup to come. Sounds like a trader. What I want you to notice is that you're waiting for something to arrive and you're developing a practice of patience. But we, as these modern Homo sapiens, we don't like to wait. We want to make things happen. We want to win. We do not want to lose. Okay? This is the exact opposite of what's required to win in trading. In trading, you do not force the issue. You do not make something happen. The other thing is winning. It's just landing on the right side of probability. That's all. Losing, it's just landing on the wrong side of probability relative to you. The deal, though, is how did you perform? How did you perform? Right now, my wife and I are watching the Olympics, and amazingly, here comes this gymnast who has already won the world record. He's the world-class gymnast. And what happens, he's trying to do his routine, but his performance is blocked. He has three mistakes that basically blow him out of the Olympics because he's no longer patient. He can't have the calm mind anymore because something's creeping in. And what you need to be doing in that patient mind, you need to say, okay, I know that the three emotions that are giving rise to the mind for me to be a superb trader are discipline, the ability to maintain order under pressure, of patience, dealing with boredom in a positive fashion. It's not boredom like something bad. It's just the space between what the markets will give you and you taking action. And you're in sync with the market rather than trying to force the market in sync to you. And the last one is clear thinking, is that you have to be able to think clearly. It just so happens what happens with most people, particularly with their caveman brain.
So right now, update, we created the SugarCane Fair Value Gap. High is 29282, low is 29252, about what, 30 points? The high of the SugarCane is actually the new week opening gap. So that's pretty crazy. We're back inside the 10 a.m. bar level. Central picture of that too. We're right back inside the low of it. 29310. And yeah, the tick chart's still above the EMA, and we're also inside the new day opening gap, which that is between 29373 and 29419.
They're sitting there and they start out patient, but they don't recognize that you have to practice patience. Is before you know it, that curious mind of yours that has all sorts of activity going on doesn't want to be in patience. It wants to start looking around. It wants to start doing things. It wants to explore because it's bored. There's nothing to do. What we have to recognize is that nothing to do is, in fact, doing something. And if you're going to be a successful trader, you're going to develop this patience. And when boredom starts,
You went on there and
this is a good update. The 2K tick is giving you more information than the 1 minute right now. What I see structure, still making higher lows and higher highs. Price remains above the 21 EMA. The rising channel is intact. Momentum has slowed as price approaches your orange supply zone. Location, price is now testing the area where several things line up. Current day open area, your orange resistance / supply zone, new day opening gap, approaching the 10 bar level. That's not where I'd want to initiate a fresh long. Things I like. EMA is acting as support. Buyers haven't lost structure. The climb has been orderly instead of one huge impulsive candle. Things I don't like. Price is getting extended into resistance. News is still approaching. You're buying into resistance if you chase here. What I'm watching now. Bullish scenario I would rather see.
Yeah, well, my
1,
God,
price
this
tap
sound
the
like a
orange
mess.
zone. 2, pull back.
Don't
This is a
even
good
think
update.
about it.
The 2K tick is giving you more information
Yeah.
than the 1 minute right now.
I
What I
like
see
that
structure,
shit.
still making higher lows and higher highs. Price remains above the 21 EMA. The rising channel is intact. Momentum has slowed as price approaches your orange supply zone. Location, price is now testing the area where several things line up. Current day open area, your orange resistance / supply zone, new day opening gap, approaching the 10 bar level. That's not where I'd want to initiate a fresh long. Things I like. EMA is acting as support. Buyers haven't lost structure. The climb has been orderly instead of one huge impulsive candle. Things I don't like. Price is getting extended into resistance. News is still approaching. You're buying into resistance if you chase here. What I'm watching now. Bullish scenario I would rather see. 1, price tap the orange zone. 2, pull back toward the EMA or SugarCane FVG. 3, buyers defend. 4, a clean 2 LPB inversion forms. 5, then continuation higher. That's a much cleaner continuation setup. Bearish scenario, if the orange zone rejects aggressively, break below the EMA, lose the higher low structure. Fall back through SugarCane NWOG, then I'd expect a move back toward the lower liquidity. Discipline check. I like where your head has been the last few sessions. Ask yourself, open quote, am I seeing my setup or am I seeing price move? Close quote. Those are two different things. Right now I see price moving, but I don't yet see the full confirmation you'd outlined in your pre-market plan. If your rules require interaction with the EMA SugarCane, plus a clean 2 LPB, then stay patient until those conditions are actually met. You're doing a good job letting the market come to your levels instead of forcing trades. That's the habit that will matter over hundreds of sessions. I think you're going to notice it. You're not going to sit there and just, boom, find out one day that, oh my God, when the smoke clears, I just fell out of patience and I fell into boredom. And then I fell into just random activity that just seemed to be doing something. So what you're doing is, as you're practicing patience, you're noticing when the boredom shows up. That boredom maybe just, oh yeah, okay. Most likely what it is your discomfort in the silence. And what you're going to have to learn to do is become comfortable in that silence. Because in that silence, the trade is coming toward you or away from you, and you're in waiting. You await what the what the markets are going to give you.
Right back up.
That's trading,
Right
friends.
to the
And what you're doing is you're finding out what is stopping you from staying in patience and moving into boredom. Because boredom is really about an internal dialogue, discomfort. You know, you want to be doing something, you want to feel good, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to win, and you're not winning fast enough. And what you learn in trading is it's slow, it's fast. Everybody that goes in to make a lot of money fast and just grab this, it turns against them. The mind gets into aggression, okay, and that is not going to happen well in the trading mind. It takes the trading mind to a point where it starts taking anything that comes. What you're having to do is retrain that mind to live in patience and to be on guard, vigilant, okay, of boredom coming in and suddenly changing the mindset required to deal with effective trading. It's that way. You're going to have to train a caveman brain that's built for one different thing. It doesn't like that just boredom sitting there. You know, it wants activity. It wants to be doing. And at the same time, the trading mind has to be comfortable with being silent and waiting. Okay? Just like the cougar, you know, it awaits its meal. And for you, you're awaiting the opportunity that the markets are going to give you. And if you rush it, it's not in your favor anymore. Maintain the mind rooted in patience, rooted in discipline, rooted in clarity. That's what you're looking for. You get out of that and you start getting agitated. You want to do something. You're no longer in trading mind. Train yourself to be able to see that happening before it grabs you and takes your body and starts doing really dumb, stupid things. That's what you know. If you want to learn how to do this, it's not easy. You have to learn to be patient. Come to our website, www.traderstateofmind. Watch more of the videos on YouTube under Randy Howell. Learn. Read my book. Start looking at something. I can do this. So you're Homo sapiens. You can do stuff that other social
join the group.
can't. You need to kick it up a notch, okay? And recognize that you are captain of your own destiny, for good or for bad.
All right,
You're the captain of that. You're the one who builds the mind that engages the uncertainty. You're the one that builds that mind and engages life, okay? You want to make sure that mind that engages the challenges of living, the challenges of trading, you're wanting it to be disciplined, impartial, and patient. Take care.
Yeah, new high, first century. I gotta get another charger for my computer.
Oh. That's what you got to do on the screen. Very slow. It's what? Hmm? Hmm? Mush, mush. Mm-hmm. Sushi, bro. Sushi. Yeah. Make it sound something.
Can you do something for me? 21, can you do something? Can you do something? Can you hit a 21, can you do something? Can you do something? Can you hit a 21, can you do something? 21, can you do something?
Billiard. Ignorant God game billiard. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Alright, come down, bounce out of the sugar. Real quick. Just almost. Didn't even reach it in there.
News into
New week opening gap is really the top of the sugar. That shit is crazy. Son of a bitch.
Ain't none of y'all holding up the front of the damn club.
And them said that can't work, man. Man say none of y'all owned it to go to the damn club. What club are you in, Aaron? I don't even know. I asked. The Glee Club? They got a club off a damn television show.
Yeah, like, yeah, they just stop the camera. You took
No source. No input.
Okay. Heard you.
oh, yeah.
So we're to plug this iPad. Oh. Battery. Please, I'm one of those expert things, huh?
You know what I say? When me bachelor, me di in a road life though.
Is what?
Roads love. We have to cook up the
Jesus
bachelor, man.
Man, oh, where's the
Yeah. Man say, yeah. We boiled them and then we froze them.
No, I forgot to write something now, man. It's about it started tradition. Whatever is next.
I would say.
So this hurts. Write something. New high, first entry pullback, second entry. Back into the freaking new day opening, yeah. Isha tell me she love fuck. Isha but he big like dump truck. Oh, don't mind me. She haven't even like me one fuck. Pee pee croak croak. Yo. What did I do?
Hey, man, go on. Man, I have to just have that right there, so.
And then, right, you want right? Anisha mati big like dump truck. She ain't me one fuck. She ain't me one fuck. Pee pee croak croak. Update what I'm seeing. We made a two-legged pullback off the EMA. Not interested, obviously, because news is coming. But they keep going into our new day opening gap, kind of getting rejected down. It's getting very tight now between the space of the new day opening gap and the EMA.
Other side was about to get it.
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, right off the EMA. Now we're kind of slicing through the EMA. On the 1 minute, we are hovering between the sugar, the 6 bars. Those are the old discount areas. I'll update you on those later on more terminology. But yeah, we're just kind of cruising. The news came out already?
Yes, yes.
News came out. Now we're trying to see if now we get some after movement.
At least.
They had a big man ball game.
Work him up. Let's create a range out of this one. This is
Mission of 008, 9:30 bar checkup date time, 9:30 a.m. NY. Higher time frame, still trading inside the broader bearish context. Price is testing the new day opening gap, 29.3 to 29.49, repeatedly, but hasn't accepted above it. NWOG SugarCane area continues to act as an important decision zone. 2K tick, EMA continues to provide structure. A valid 2 LPB formed off the EMA, but with scheduled news, there was no reason to force an entry. Price is now beginning to slice through the EMA instead of respecting it cleanly, which lowers the quality of the setup. 1 minute, price remains trapped between SugarCane FVG, NWOG, new day opening gap. Compression is increasing. Market is coiling rather than expanding. News, scheduled news has now been released. Initial reaction wasn't enough on its own to justify a trade. Waiting to see whether the post-news order flow creates a cleaner directional move. Current read, neutral. No clean confirmation yet. Let price prove direction instead of anticipating it. Trade criteria still unchanged. Interaction with SugarCane, NWOG, clean EMA structure, and 2 LPB momentum after news, not during the initial reaction. If those conditions don't line up, no trade is still a winning decision. I also like something you pointed out today that may become part of your model. Open quote. When the EMA and the new day opening gap compress together into a tight pocket, treat it as a decision zone rather than an automatic entry. Wait for expansion out of that pocket before committing. Close quote. That observation fits well with the patient style you've been building over the last few sessions.
So we see what them devious. What them devious, them fuck. We see dog get up for cheetah. The dog, yeah. The dog get up for cheetah, man. Look at it up. Then I have a coach and tell them to skate up. I want to be the man. Damn, this discovery. The ginger. Me have to give some of the rich guy commandments and make him make a Bible verse. I'm a pretty girl on here. Bum, buckler. Alright, man. Alright.
Kiki like a ballet jelly.
Oh. Steve Buzz. Michael Jackson keep down there.
What's up?
Oh man, I'm gonna get their feet up there, like, go feet.
Yeah, that makes you kill me.
One bad pass, I'm good. One bad pass. Run up and plane. One campaign. Run up and plane. Up with the food. Hold on.
Okay, bud. Man, up next on intro her job. The fuck back, bro.
Okay, no. Run up past me and the fuck with the fool.
Just wind it down. They jump no longer than would have must ring out this now. Huh? If you see the one didn't live longer than would have must ring out this number. Oi. Hey. I said that myself. What I said? On the toes, man. One damn minute. Run out of me. Ain't no bad. Good. Ma. Anytime you already know, yeah? Like I tell you today, computer said I see it's going good. Struggle. Left and right foot combo. That way I bring. I mean, I gotta check up myself. Good. That give you a dime. Give you a dime troubles for a reason, man. A goal. Big man back here. I don't know, so the man in my ball. What did the run try to text me for? The man in my ball. Anything there. Oh, wow. Well, look, stop. What I say? I know what the sounds. Hey, wow. We're serving hot cakes and gravy over here, folks. Why? Oh. Hey. Yeah. Is it? Look.
Hey, my eyes are gone.
Really? Sleep, man. BRBGs.
I like it if you not.
Thank you for waiting on me.
Yes, still up. It's all gone.
I'm just moving this plug. This thing's done. So I'm saying I gotta get another. I left my other charge in Jamaica.
So far now, my boy, us. That is that is why Nathan let us start with the food and things.
One damn yeah. Because sometimes me open the door, bro, and then the man lock. The man can tell me bring the key, and I'm going to wake up every man.
Device.
I know me smell it.
But that very hot if that black and for me keys, isn't it?
Man, that's what we call
Done.
injustice by his greatest
That
limits.
too.
Damn! Man, we got nothing. Outside for the rest of the days.
Yeah, we'll go over there and look for movie back.
Right. But I said no, dude. I ain't got nothing to do right now. News at 10:30, right? Oh no?
10:30. 9:30.
Fuck that. It is? Basuda. Yeah, bitch, that. Woo!
No man, dog, yo. When the chain that it clap me now, bro. Down there, it's like you might just, bro. It's like you might just press a restart button, dog. And soon as we get the clap with this, them for the drugs, like them for the fucking drugs, so. I'm like,
What does that mean?
look for the chair. I've been reading this, and say, okay. I'm going to watch it, look over me, and see something that bleed, mister. Oh, damn. Yeah,
What does that mean? You never see that first, no?
me just feel it in clap, I just lit up this article. Yeah, take a second.
I can't see my lips sometimes. I'm trying to but oh boy, no wish. You never chat to me about. And they say, man, be a Brazilian people, bro. I don't know where the man is from.
Let me tell you, so you know, go fi stand 1 minute when we come back around. Feel it, move up your body right now. Mommy, don't ever worry. Fake love, no to impress. I got vision, burn them, free them. They never listen. We talk a million and flip the precision, yeah. Give me something where I know if you see anywhere. They wanna try, but I know if you see me for them. You messed up with a lion. Big shot bigger than a title. I need 100%, not divided. They wanna know what's the reason for the violence. I give it a long time, don't want to energize. And every time I'm shining, one of a kind. I know most days can they try to take me down, but they move too slow. But I know they're around. Hello, Jack, what do you need me? Hello, Jack, what do you need me? Jack, what do you need me? Hello, Jack, what do you need me?
But they get to the pepe, but they get to the pepe.
Stacky paper, yeah, bad man, chill up, me no raper. Stacking cash by the pound, we are cash. Got the black from the town with a laser. Navigator to the money place gun. Get a youth with a lot of determination. I feel me exam and me occupation. Every youth where you try make you stay strong. It's not the road we get, but we build for this. Big ribs spinning. King for the city when you see we you see riches. And we got the pretty girls too. Them know I east side of emotion. Skill at the wave, not the ocean. Run the whole place, not a potion. Miss a universe program. Hello, Jeff, hello, Jeff, hello, Jeff, hello, Jeff.
Oh, that's not the one you do. Okay.
Man, them not gonna like the one here, but it's tough.
What that? Blaze it, one more. What else do you do?
If I don't do nothing, I'm poppin'. Put a D in the pot. Just touched down in Houston, feel like Harden. I came on a rocket. He knew he had to come prop up. Bitch like me gon' go on no pocket. He mine, no care if he tossed. He mine, I'm hollering him hot. Yeah, 48 with my day ones. This A5, I don't need A1. I ain't going nowhere, I'ma die in the A. The fuck do I look like Trae Young? He wanna crack these legs open like I need butter and Cajun. I take superstars, turn them to groupies, Urshan, Raybon.
Wow.
Yeah, bitch, I'm the rapper, but look like a vixen. No, I got shooters from Craco to Brixton. He paid the bills and paid me attention. Bitches ain't even getting money, my niggas ain't getting money like my assistant. Area 29 look like I'm pimping. Bitches, I'm bitches, I'm bitches, I'm always done nobody bringing me up. My niggas sleep well cause ain't nobody fuck. A million in cash and more in the tuck. I'm showing my ass and dropping my nuts. He like the fact that I'm already up. I dig in his bag, he digging my nuts. Now all of my diamond be princess cut. You reach and be ready to look if you bust straight up.
Straight
If I
up.
don't do none, I'ma pop it. He put the D in the pot. Just touched down in Houston, feel like Harden. I
If
came
you
on a
have
rocket.
it
You
movement,
know
how
he
I
had to
go
come
for
prop
crap
up.
the
Bitch like
place,
me gon' go
man.
on no pocket.
Some people get
No
shot.
care if he tossed. He mine, I'm hollering him hot.
Pretty hard. I know what's that stability back there.
Touchdown in your city, jump in that car, give me that faucet water. Everything I do, play, I'm cutting you off. If I hit it, you gossip. She mine, don't care, she toxic. She mine, I'm holding a hostage. Whoa, try to stay black like Akon. I love on the hoes, no face on. This Richard, they made it with crayons. Catch up, nigga, you stuck on Deja. Which is a bitch, but I be in the hood, so.
Hold on. All right, so next update, we're still in the same place. You can even draw a little range around it on the tick chart. We're really just ranging in between levels such as 29242 up to about 29375. On the tick chart, 30-minute, we're still just staying basically inside the bar that was formed. What time is this? Maybe 10 a.m. We finally made it to the top of that big bearish gap on the 30-minute, but we're just hovering around the top. 1 minute, we are on the new, we're on the sugar, just on top of the sugar and on top of the new week opening gap as well. Like I said, same place for those things, the top of the sugar, new week opening gap. Still inside 10 a.m. bar. And yeah, 15-minute. Let me take a look real quick, give you an update on that one. 15-minute, we're kind of just crossing up. So let's see now. 15-minute quarter starting from 6 a.m. to 12. Right now, it looks like we're just going up. So it looks like we're right. Let's see. AM looks like distribution. X. After 12, we should get some continuation or reversal. For the miniature quarters breakdown, every 90 minutes, I would think this is, let's see now. I don't know. I'm still not sure. So AM, DX, XAM. I'm going to still go with this is XAMD for the miniature quarters. So after 10:30, we should get some more distribution. Maybe that could be added, added nitro for the move.
Let me Trayvon, my hood hoe making me grits. I get my fried rice made by a Blasian. Fast food eating bitch, VVS diamonds on my neck, wrist, twinkle bliss. Baby girl, tell me when you squirt, is it straight piss? Bitches call me Curry when I shoot, cause I can't miss. Rich nigga, I like wet pussy, hoe I hate spit. Try to shit on me with your little taxes, but they ain't hit. Treat me like a king, baby, make sure that my balls lit. Like that nigga picture, I'ma spin your ass with all sticks. If I don't do nothing, I'ma pop it. He put the D in the deposit. Just touched down in Houston. Feel like hard and I came on a rocket. You know, he knew he had to come proper. A bitch like me gon' go in no pockets. He mine, no cavities. He mine, I'm hollering my eyes. If I don't do nothing, I'ma pop it. She put the E in his eyes. Just touched down in your city. Jump in that car and come give me that. Mission 0008, 10 a.m. bar check. Higher time frame. Bias remains cautiously bearish until higher resistance is reclaimed. Price is still respecting the same major decision zone we've been watching all morning. On a 30-minute, price has finally reached the top of the large bearish FVG. No acceptance above it yet. This is still acting as resistance rather than support. Cash 15-minute. Structure is beginning to rotate higher but hasn't broken free. Price continues to hold inside the broader range. Mini quarter observation. Current read open quote XAMD close quote. If that sequencing continues, 10:30 a.m. could become the next distribution window, which may provide extra momentum for the next directional move. Good observation. Keep collecting data before treating it as a rule. Cash 1 minute. Still trading on top of the SugarCane FVG. Still trading above the NWOG. Still inside the 10 a.m. bar. No displacement yet. 2K tick. Price has transitioned from trending into compression. Current range, resistance 29,375, support 29,242. The EMA has flattened out and price is oscillating around it instead of respecting it cleanly. Another sign that the market is balancing rather than trending. Hash, current read no change. Market is compressing beneath higher time frame resistance. Until we either break and accept above the range or reject cleanly with momentum, there isn't a high conviction setup. Trade criteria, still active. SugarCane NWOG interaction, clean EMA structure on the 2K tick, breakout of the current range with displacement, no chasing inside consolidation. Patient score today, 10-10. You're letting the market prove itself instead of forcing a trade, which is exactly the discipline you've been working toward.
Wait.
Everything I do play, I'm cutting you off if I hear that you gossip. She mine, don't care, she toxic. She mine, I'm holding her hostage.
Yo, free up Chronic Law, brother. Bumba God. When them lock up the dog again. Free up the dog, bro. I don't know. But me I said that and I could have badness, so free up the dog either way. My dog said he did it. But he still gonna come back a little innocent.
Still I run, but no far from problem.
Blood still a fall from me hands them.
Still I feel
10 minutes to the window. I'm going for top of me hand them. Still a bleed. Nigga, please, if we real, this one reach right, not for real. Can't tell me mother when me ever drove more than 10 hours. Lonely days I get covered. Go pass a alcohol with ballad. Can't find no one for me escape everywhere me turn trouble follow. Still a wave, still a breathe. When them a free, them on energy. Yeah, the world cool like broke up as it freeze. I'm in love with you, make up ice breaking I see. Still a be myself one like can't be no one and be. Still a free out them weed for a bag of weed. Still a lead now pipe views with a song and street. Rose on a ridge. Still I run but no far from problems. Blood still a fall from me hands them. Still I feel every strength from the badness. Can't get for talk to my family. Just with a whole day. Still a bleed, yeah. Nigga please, if I'm real, this wouldn't reach right, not for reach. I just know that shit is cold. He said, I do say this AI. Really, really hurt. Why you niggas up backwards? Alright, 5 minutes. Not the fame. not the truth. But I can't sleep through the night. Can't sleep through the night to see your face in there. Why do you call when you shut a case? Can't sleep through the night. I'm losing my mind tonight. Bankers on the tip.
Mission 008, 10:30 a.m. Bar check. Market structure. Still no clean expansion. The market has done exactly what we were discussing earlier. It has transitioned into a range. 2K tick. The range you've drawn looks good. Range high 29,375. Range low 29,226. Price has been rotating between these levels while the EMA has flattened. That's classic balance rather than trend. 1 minute, price lost the EMA. We dropped back through the sugarcane area. We're now trading near the lower half of the morning range. No displacement has followed the move, just continued rotation. 1 hour price remains beneath the bearish structure and below the major resistance zone. No higher time frame confirmation has changed. Current read balanced market. Neither buyers nor sellers have shown enough conviction to break the morning range. Trade criteria check. No decisive breakout. No clean rejection from higher time frame resistance. No high quality EMA trend. Discipline maintained. Observation. The longer this range holds, the more important the eventual breakout becomes. A sustained move outside the box with momentum is more meaningful than any move inside it. Journal note, open quote, morning developed into a balanced auction after the news. Price repeatedly rotated between approximately 29226 just 29375 without acceptance outside the range. No valid edge appeared, so staying flat remains the highest probability decision. Close quote. This has been another strong discipline session. The market gave movement, but it hasn't yet given the kind of confirmation your plan is built around.
GG's. I don't see nothing, bro. So what I'm gonna do? Turn off this one because we're not gonna trade all of them in this. If anything, we're gonna trade on yours. And then what's up here? Get ready to. Look, what man say? You wanna go? GG's, guys.